Okay, this is the Spring Meadows chapter. Check the description for timestamps. We'll be doing all of the optional bosses that are here. The Mime and Chrome... whatever the Chrome guy's name is. Chromatic Lancelier and stuff like that. We'll also be doing the Resin part with Jar, so that we'll be getting another healing tint. So check the description. It's got a lot of good points to it. So, alright, first thing, rule number 1 in video games. When you start, turn around. Alright, so Gustav is in really bad shape. So the game is going to teach us how to heal outside of flags, which we haven't encountered a flag yet, but we will. So I'm going to hit triangle. And that'll show us the expedition status. It'll also show us the compass, which is interesting because so far there's been no maps. So I don't know. I don't know. But it'll tell us the health of the expedition, the current amount of chroma elixirs, and that kind of thing. So we're going to use a chroma elixir. We're going to hit triangle. And they replenish at expedition flags, which we'll get to in about 10 minutes. So now he's back at full health. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use the free aim to shoot his weak point, which is basically his face. It's the blue flashy bits. Those are going to be your weak points. Now note we went from 4 AP points down to 3 down in the bottom right because shooting takes 1 AP. Go ahead and do an assault on him. And I missed the parry. Not uncommon. Straight attack. I got that one. Okay. I haven't really been able to get up in a lot of places, so I don't think we're really expected to be able to veer off the path very much. There are going to be a couple of places, but they're pretty well marked with like ramps and stuff, so. But I keep looking. If I miss anything, feel free to drop it in the comments so that other people can get it. Clearly a battle.
You do that, we both die. Hey. Fucking hell. Wake up, Gustave.
Lune. The others.
I know. We're the only ones left. You don't get to die.
It's just a matter of time before we're already dead. Look around, look.
This is not a foregone conclusion. When one falls, we continue. Get up. We need to find a safer place. There are Nevrons around.
Lucien.
This is not the place. The Lune converter seems intact. It's about time we test it in real conditions.
Putain.
Okay, first thing we're gonna do is shoot the weak point. If he stops moving. Nice. Lumiere Assault.
Let the ink flow.
Okay. Now, Lune is an elemental person. She'll have 5 different types of stains. Blue for ice, red for fire, yellow for lightning, green for earth, and sort of a rainbowy, splashy white for light. Light stains can be consumed in place of any of the other stains. So if one of her skills uses ice for more damage, it can use a light stain. So we're going to start by using the Ice Lance. This is a skill that generates one ice stain and one light stain. And you can see what stains are generated by a skill by looking at the top right corner of each skill box. So in Ice Lance, you can see next to the 4 cost in the top right corner of its box, you can see a blue for ice and then the swirly white for light. In the Immolation box up by the 2 cost, you'll see 1 red fire. So that'll generate a fire stain. So go ahead and use the Ice Lance. If we happen to have Earth, which we do not, this skill would consume an Earth stain and deal increased damage. But we don't have Earth. But that is what that says in the green. Okay, elemental affinities. Most enemies have an elemental affinities, most of the larger ones at least. Weakness takes 50% more damage. Resistance takes 50% less damage. Nullify takes no damage. And absorb is healed instead of taking damage. So far, I have finished the chapter, obviously. And I have come across absorb and resistance so far. It seems to be sort of a trial and error, just see what works. I'm sure at some point there will be an overall list. I know in the description is going to be a Google workbook where I am also compiling an enemy list that notes what weakness or resistance or absorption that I've come across is going to be in there as well. Okay, so we've just slowed him because that's a debuff that's part of the Ice Lance skill. It reduces the speed of the character by 25. So they're still going to attack, but they're going to attack more slowly. Although, interestingly, later in this chapter, there is an enemy where I've used slow, and slow is on his bar, but he still attacked quickly, so I don't know. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, I guess. Okay, so we're going to parry this attack. As soon as he slams his shield to the ground, excuse me, we'll hit parry. Well, we'll hit parry right now, but when you run into these out in the wild, you'll hit parry as soon as he goes to hit the ground. We got the counter because it was just a single attack and we managed to parry the single attack. So let me see. We'll do a regular attack because I don't have enough AP points really for anything.
A storm is coming.
Okay, so now we generated an ice stain by using the Ice Lance skill. That can be used by the Immolation skill. So we're going to use Immolation to burn the enemy. So you can see how it consumes ice for increased damage. Well, we have an ice, which you can see over in the top right in her stain box, because we generated it during the Ice Lance skill.
Feel the burn.
Burn is a status effect that deals damage at the beginning of the character's turn. It's possible to be affected by multiple instances of burn, which increases the burn damage received, which basically means you can stack them. So there you go. And then we just got a Picto. I got like our first Picto.
We did it, Gustav. Let's see if your invention lives up to its reputation, shall we? It really works. We're not dead yet.
Yeah.
Come on. There might be other survivors at the Indigo Tree.
Okay, so we just got our first Picto. They can be equipped to increase character stats. Higher level Pictos grant better stats, and they also provide passive effects called Lumina. Each character can learn Luminas associated with each Picto. So for the Dodger Picto, the Lumina is gain 1 AP on a perfect dodge once per turn. Luminas can be equipped in the Lumina menu using Lumina points and can trigger their effects without equipping the corresponding Picto. To equip a Lumina, press... I forget what was that called? The status bar. The menu button. Anyway, so we're going to go into the journal. So basically what they're saying is this Picto section right here, skills Picto, is we just now have dodge. Now only one person can have a Picto at a time. So I've just assigned it to Gustav. So if I go to her and I try to assign dodge, I've already equipped that in Gustav's side. So I can't equip it in both, and so I'll just keep it on him. So we'll go back to him. Now, for the Luminas, in order for Luminas to be separately helpful, you have to have mastered the Picto. So around the Dodger box, you can see a border, sort of. And as we go through the next fight, every time you win a battle, one of the 4 sides of the Picto picture will get filled in with a solid yellow border. That will tell you how many battles you've won with it. And when it gets a full yellow border, then it's considered mastered. Once it's mastered, then you can equip it in the Luminas without it being equipped here. So I know that's like really, what? So we're going to go into Luminas, which is the L3 button, which is pressing down on L. And these are Luminas. These are passive effects that you can activate once you have mastered the corresponding Pictos. Until they're mastered, you still have the effect because you have the Picto equipped. So you have it regardless until that point. A Picto is mastered after winning 4 battles with it equipped. Luminas are learned for all characters at the same time and can be activated by multiple characters, which is different than the Picto. A Picto can only be equipped on one party member, but once that Picto is mastered, that Lumina that comes from that can be equipped on all. So, available Luminas can be seen here. You can activate or deactivate Luminas freely at any time outside of battle. Luminas activated by currently equipped Pictos cannot be deactivated. Okay, so you just get a brand new Picto, you equip it, you get the Lumina by default because the Lumina is part of the Picto. So you can't unassign it if the Picto... This is so confusing to say out loud. Check the description because I'll write it all out in there. The amount of available Lumina points is shown here. So if you've been seeing Color of Lumina as loot, that's what this is for. Each Lumina costs a specific amount of points to activate, which you don't have to do if you have the Picto equipped. The more points the character has, the more Lumina they can activate at the same time. Each character gains 1 Lumina point per level, and more can be found by exploring. Filtering and sorting will make it easier to find the right ones. So that's the square. If you hit square, you can find different things to sort by. Obviously, we don't need it right later, but... Oh, wait, go back in. Luminas. Okay, so now, this is the Luminas page. And this is the Dodger Lumina that comes with the Dodger Picto. Because I have the Picto equipped, down in the bottom right, see where it says deactivate Lumina on X? I cannot deactivate it because the Picto is equipped. So I get this by default. So you can't turn it off, which is fine. I don't know why you'd want to turn it off, but you don't turn it off. Once the Dodger Picto is mastered and you want to replace it with a different Picto so you can master something else, you come into this screen and that's when you activate the Dodger. I'm going to put a link to another video where I did this. It's a little confusing to explain when you can't unequip stuff. So sorry for clear as mud, but basically they go together, but once one's mastered, you can separate them. I'm going to stop talking now because I'm just making it worse. Making it absolutely worse. Okay, let me see. I want to check one thing because I thought I saw something over here. Okay. Is this where I saw it? Alright, never mind. Okay, this is our first expedition flag. During your journey, you'll find flags set up by previous expeditions. These flags will allow you to heal, recharge your items, learn new skills, and allocate your character's attribute points. Characters gain 1 skill point and 3 attribute points per level. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and rest. So we've refilled everything. And we don't have any attributes yet because we're still level 1. Oh, I guess we start with 3. We don't have a skill set. But I'm going to go ahead and apply this. Usually there's a yellow dot marking the note that there's unspendable stuff. Oh, that's not what I wanted. What do I want with her? Okay. But we don't have any skills yet, but we will get them soon. So we're going to backtrack to here. Okay, we're going to learn First Strike. We're going to use R1 on an enemy, and that'll allow us to go first instead of them going first. It's not extra damage, it's just who goes first when we get into the battle. Just hit R1. Okay, I'm going to get rid of their weak points. Not really going to get overcharge, but... Alright, we'll do this one weak point. Make sure the reticle's red. Skills. Go ahead and do immolation. Use left stick to move over. Maybe we'll get rid of this guy. Actually, we will get rid of this guy. Wait on that one. Oh, you got rid of one of them. I missed it. I'm still getting on that parry thing. Okay, skills. Do I have anything? No. Straight attack. I'll do immolation on him.
Feel the burn.
Almost. Oh, he did burn all the way. Nice. Okay, so we just leveled up. And so now we'd have our first set of skill points to spend. So we'll head back. We're going to turn around. Actually, I'm going to get this first. Go up here.
An advantage.
But we're going to go back to the flag, which is just like right back here. And now they tell us we just got 3 more because we just leveled up. These are just my choices. I'm not good at builds, so you do you on this stuff. I'm sure you guys are going, why is she picking that for? I don't know. Okay, learn a skill. So this is where you choose, where you can learn a skill. You can't learn them in the journal, but you can assign them in the journal. We'll go over that. So every level will get a skill point. And so I'm going to find which one I want. I'll probably do powerful. No, I usually like the marking shot. We'll do marking shot for him. And then for her, I'm going to do Earth Rising. I haven't used it a whole lot. Okay, so now in the journal, down here in skills, Because we have open slots, the game just assigned what we picked to an open slot. Once you get more than 6 skills, however, you'll have to come in here and go over to the skill tree over on the right. And that will allow you to assign which 6 you want to have active at any one time. So you can assign them in the journal once you have more than 6, but you can only learn them at the flags and stuff. So, all right, so there's skills. Okay, that was the ramp up. So right after the ramp, there's a little alcove here. Grab this.
We can use that.
Critical burn Picto. So anything elemental I tend to apply to her. 25% increased critical chance on burning enemies. So I'm going to apply that to her. And then we'll go up and get that after we defeat these guys, because they'll just chase us up there. Might as well just get rid of them now. Okay, so we got to go first. Oops, I didn't mean to shoot twice. Attack. Attack.
A storm is coming.
Okay, skill. I'm still sort of learning this Earth Rising. So Ice Lance uses Earth. So let's do this and we'll generate an Earth. I so did not realize that attacked all. Let me look at that skill again, because I didn't realize that was an attack all. Oh, look at that. Deals low earth damage to all enemies. Missed that. My bad. Alright. Missed that. I'm still learning that one. Still playing with it. Alright, more loot.
An advantage.
Alright, then we're gonna go into the house. And we're gonna go up there.
Is that a house?
Looks abandoned.
Chroma Catalyst. I haven't been able to upgrade weapons yet, so I'm assuming I haven't. I'm assuming camps are different than
tree's
flags.
not too far from here. If anyone else made it, they'll regroup there.
Yeah.
Okay, at the top of the rope, we're gonna go right, and we're gonna go down the ramp. Now, in the journal, you can see down in the bottom right, we have 1 red, 1 blue, and 1 green. The red one is health, the blue one is AP points, and the green one is revive points. Revive tint, or whatever. This is going to be an energy tint charge. So now you can see how blue, we now have the capability of carrying up to 2. We didn't pick one up. We picked up the ability to carry another one. And then outside,
Nice.
Chroma. Every time I hear Chroma, it's like, all I can think of is Paul Simon's Kodachrome.
So here we are, huh?
Kodachrome.
Yeah. The continent.
All right, here's another flag.
The indigo tree's over there.
Now, at this point, fast travel becomes available to us because we've hit 2 flags. I haven't actually fast traveled yet because I just haven't. But you can go back to the earlier flag in case you missed stuff and you want to go back faster. But I'm going to rest and refill the health. And it now down in the bottom left, you can see we now have the 2 energy tints, which will give us AP points. And we're going to go left. which is technically west. We're going to go west.
An advantage.
So we're going to go get an outfit. We're going to get an outfit that just... I cannot take Gustav seriously in. But it's awesome, so we're going to go get it. Let's use straight attacks. 'Cause at this point, we're a little more powerful.
Get
I
ready.
should have shot him. Doesn't matter. Okay. So you can see the dodger and critical burns Pictos. You can see the boundaries, the borders starting to fill in, and one of the sides for each of them is flashing because that's the one you just filled in. That's that's getting close to mastering. That's how many battles we've had with each one of those equipped. Okay.
Interesting.
Now, if you're on console, your controller's probably vibrating. Anytime you're near a grapple point that you can access, your controller will vibrate. I don't know how it feels on PC. Imagine the keyboard could vibrate. Okay, we're gonna fight a mime. And we're gonna get an awesome outfit called Baguette Baguette. And so help me God, I cannot take Gustav seriously when he's wearing it and he's in a cutscene with a conversation. Being serious, but it is hilarious and he has a baguette on his back and I want it. Okay, so we are gonna pick away at this guy until like overcharge pretty much gets filled in. Actually, let me go back. We're actually going to do marking shot. Now, marking shot marks him, and the game says he's marked until his next damage. But I have noticed that if he goes between the two of them, and I mark him, and then he goes, and the mark's gone. So keep that in mind with the marking thing.
Take him down.
It's not actually as straightforward as you would think. Status effect that increases the next damage received by 50%. However, I have seen if it goes Gustav, your enemy that you marked, and then Lune, the mark will disappear. So I tend to use the mark only when the two of them go one right after another. And you can tell by the timeline on the left side. She's marked. So with her skill, we're going to do immolation because marked enemies, she can apply 2 more burns to them.
Feel the burn.
So it doesn't do a whole lot. Okay. Hand to hand is 1, 2, 3. Because this guy is very, very protected. Alright. Let's do the assault. Overcharge, which is what we want, which is very nice. Let's do Earth Rising and we'll get an Earth and we'll do Lance a couple of times. We'll see how this goes. So probably not a lot, but this is a hammer. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I didn't get them all. That's okay. So he has overcharge. Let's go ahead and get overcharge. And this should stun him and actually finally do some decent amount of damage. Although his breaker bar is not up as far as
Well, those will come off.
A storm is coming.
Still not so just like digging away at this guy. Alright, let's do Earth again. No, we'll do Ice because that'll consume one of the Earths that I have for a little more damage and it'll slow him down.
Ice.
He is stunned, so he'll stop being stunned. What is that? I've never seen like a weak point on him. I only have 1. I'll just do a straight up attack, I guess. 5. So much damage. This guy is so crazy.
Get ready.
1, 2, pause, 3. Alright, now I should be able to break him. But overcharge is the only one that breaks, so let's mark him instead. And we'll use her immolation to apply 2 more burns. And I actually have an ice, so we'll do increased damage as well. Hammer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Missed the last one. Silence. This is the first time I've ever seen this one. Status effect that prevents the character from using skills. That's new. Alright. Well, then let's shoot him a few times since I have quite a few. Doesn't do much, does it? Alright. Just attack. Alright. I'm used to doing a little more damage. I'm not clear as to why she is very much... Not she, but... Usually I can, like, get into him and really start to, like, damage him, and this just isn't happening this time. It's like even the counters are only 2. Oh, we got an overcharge again. This should break him, because his yellow bar is full. This should break him. Maybe this'll help.
For those who come after.
There we go. 43. That's a little better. And he's stunned. Let's just do a straight up attack. But this'll... Wait, what do I have that will... Immolation. That'll... I have an ice, so we'll use that. That's all I can do.
Feel the burn.
146. There we go. There we got a little... There we go. 264. Marking's not worth it because she doesn't have any AP points, so she can't use her immolation. We'll do assault, I guess.
Chroma is flowing.
But she doesn't have any AP points. Do attack. There, 83. Oh, that's nice. Another 83. Strange combos the hammer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, God. Alright, items. We're going to go ahead and revive. This is where the small energy tint that we picked up came from. See, you can see we have 2 of them. We're going to revive him. So that he can come back and join us. Go ahead and do an assault. Maybe we'll get another overcharge. I'll probably get him before the end. Oh yeah, there he goes. But he can be, like, he's never... I've fought this guy like 4 or 5 times now, and he's never taken that long. It's never been that hard to chip away. But... usually earlier on, I managed to get something decent, like with a 240. And I don't know, it just didn't this time. Alright, new outfit. For Gustav. Go over to wardrobe over here. And this outfit just cracks me up. You guys, he has a baguette on his back. He's absolutely wonderful in this thing, and I can never take him seriously. It just cracks me up too much. But until we're in a serious conversation, it's fine. we're gonna go heal at the flag. And resting, if you've taken care of the portier around the corner, every time you rest, you'll notice that the enemies respawn. Most of them do. Big ones don't, obviously, but... Oh, we got 3 more. Alright, let's do that. I'll put it all in might for right now. And then her, she can have everything in might. And then I guess I'll hold up on some skills. Because they're starting to cost more. I think we're going to hold on to them. Aw, now his baguette is all nice and clean. Oh, it's too funny. Go. I'll just do a straight up attack.
A storm is coming.
Skill. You can go ahead and do Earth Immolation. I think that's a decent amount. Yeah, almost. Carry? And I'm every time. I've never gotten this guy's. Alright, attack. Okay. That's... Right, Color of Lumina. This is one of the things that you can use once... See, now Dodger is mastered because it has a yellow border all the way around all of them. So now if I wanted to, I could take that out, go into Lumina's, and I can use a Lumina point to activate it. So I still have the benefit of the Pictos, but I don't have to have it equipped. Now, at this point, when you only have one, it's not as big a deal. But once you start getting more and you want to unequip mastered ones and re-equip, or just equip unmastered ones so that you can master them, that's when this starts to matter. So, Pictos, Luminos. Pictos, Luminos.
Wow.
Catalyst. See, I haven't used any of these yet. I haven't upgraded a single weapon yet, and we won't do it in this chapter because I haven't seen it yet. I'm assuming camp is different from flag because I haven't encountered the ability or the tutorial of that yet. All right, now we're going to learn about flying enemies. Now they're going to go first. So once they do, then we'll start talking. And I'm going to miss this, I know. Oh no, awesome.
I'm ready.
Oh, see, there's that. Okay, so flying enemies, they evade most damage from attacks or skills. I've never actually hit one with an attack or a skill, so I just shoot them. We're just going to free aim and shoot them. That one's gone. Now, items. I am going to use an energy tint, which is the middle one, and it's going to give 3 AP to an ally. And I'm actually going to give it to Gustav, because he's going to go next, and we'll do it on the next guy, because shooting takes AP points, and he currently only has 4, and it should only take 4, but this is just sort of like an example of how to get more to deal with these guys. 3... 4, and it did only just get rid of them. So just shoot the floaty guys, and if you need more AP, use an energy tint to do it. Now, because I missed that parry, and we have a big fight coming up, I'm going to go refill health. Okay. I'm just going to run right past this guy. Now the flying guys won't respawn in, which I'm very grateful for, but... Okay, so this guy over here is known as the Chromatic Lancelier, and he has 3 different attacks. Knowing what attack he's about to do will help you determine when to parry. If you choose to fight him now at this lower level with this certain level of health, you're going to be pretty much one shot by this guy if you miss a parry. So it's fine to come back. With the fast travel and everything, you can totally go ahead, move ahead, get more health, and then come back, because he's not that easiest thing to do. But we are going to go ahead and do it. Check the description, I'll write them all down, but he has a slow attack, a regular attack, and a fast attack. The slow attack, when he draws his weapon back, he pauses, and then he's going to draw back a little bit more and then come forward. You want to parry him when he's already moving forward. But knowing when he's going to move forward is what's going to allow you to time that right. So on the slow attack, he's going to pull back a little bit more, and then come forward. On a regular attack, he pulls back and comes forward, but he hits you twice. And a quick attack, he's going to pull back and come forward right away, just like the middle attack, but he only hits you once. So that's what we're going to see, and with any luck, we will parry everything.
This one looks dangerous.
Definitely make sure you get the first hit in. Okay, first thing we're going to do, and then we're going to build up for overcharge. I'm going to do the assault. So that gave us 5. We're going to do Earth Rising on her to generate an Earth Stain to use on Ice Lance.
I'll do it.
Okay, double attack. It's going to hit twice. And I'm going to miss twice, because I always do on that. Attack slowly. This is the extra pullback. Slow and quick I can counter. Regular middle attacks, I cannot counter those to save anybody's life. Revive.
I'm back.
Okay, quick attack. See, I can parry all the others. Okay, so we have an Earth. So let's go. Oh man, I don't have enough. Alright, regular straight up attack. Straight up attack. Give me 8. Attack slowly, so he's going to do an extra pullback before he comes forward.
That hurts.
Yeah, sorry, babe. Alright, we're going to do the Ice Lance. And use the increased damage from the Earth Stain. Attack quickly, so no extra pullback. And we've got Overcharge. Here we go. Overcharge. And this should do it. See ya. Alright. Now, the only reason to fight this guy now and to not come back later is for the augmented attack Picto. That is why we wanted it. The chroma catalyst and the color of Lumina, the numbers you get and whether you get that seem to be semi-random, so don't expect the same thing. But you should expect augmented attack. 50% increased base attack damage. So we're going to go ahead and equip that. And I'm just going to put Dodger back just because there's no point in not having it. And you can see by, like, to the right of each one of them, their face of who it's equipped on. So you can tell. Oh, wait, let me check something. I forgot to upgrade this. We got this as a battle reward earlier, and I completely forgot all about it, and that could be why. Alright, make sure that's equipped.
Interesting.
Okay, now we have a little bit more fighting before we get to where we're going, but not too much. What's her health? 54. Let's go ahead and re-up her health. Oh, look at that. I have more. All right. I don't want any more skills right now because I'm going to start saving up for the higher numbered ones. Okay. Moving on.
Trees.
Something's disrupting the chroma around here. Be careful. An advantage.
I don't know why this dude is so close to the edge. Get that first strike in. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of the flying guy first. Now, weak point. Attack. Down to 1, and then there was 1. Alright, we got his weak points. I'll go ahead and do Earth Rising so we can get an Earth for Ice Lance. Or not, because probably won't have enough AP. He won't be around long enough. Not bad. Alright, he's gonna attack, and I'm gonna miss this parry like I do every time. Every time with this dude. At least he doesn't do too much damage, so it's okay. We'll just do straight up attack. There we go. So augmented attack now has 1 border on it because we just beat him. We've worn it in a battle and won. Okay, now that's the way we're going to advance, but we're going to go this way first for a little bit more chroma.
We can use that.
Now, I have no idea how to get up there, nor am I close enough for my controller to start beeping. But clearly there's an invisible wall here and it doesn't want us up here. So at the moment, I don't know how to get up there, but it very clearly looks like a grapple point. So if anybody knows what that is, because I haven't found anything. And I didn't see... a way to get up there, and I don't feel the controller vibrating. So I don't know. Perhaps later on we'll get like an increase to our grapple distance or something. Although, I mean, all this junk is in the way, so I don't know. But when we go above... oh god, I'm gonna fall off. Alright, knock it off. Point is, I have absolutely no idea where that goes, so if anybody knows where that goes, let me know.
Someone came here before and set up these handholds.
Probably Expedition 69. The Climbers Expedition.
Because see, now we're going to go into a
for that?
cave. I don't know. We'll look at it.
Something's wrong with it. Why isn't it attacking us?
Well, it certainly attacked them. An expedition journal. 81. Learn from the ones who came before.
And lay the trail for the ones who come after.
Expedition 81, Renee. Huge discovery. This is the first Nevron with whom we've been able to communicate. It seems stuck in this cave. Gregoire is, as usual, deeply suspicious, but this could change our entire understanding of Nevrons and the Patrons.
That cut off abruptly.
They communicated with a Nevron.
The dead here don't disappear like in Lumiere. Their chroma stays inside their bodies.
On the beach, some did disappear.
He wasn't a Nevron.
Something about the way Nevrons kill seems to affect our chroma.
Perhaps your friend here can enlighten us. It really does speak.
What do you mean, light?
Did you kill these people?
I would never plunge others into darkness. I was painted to bring light.
Painted? By the paintress?
Paintress. She painted me. Helped me find light.
If we bring it light, perhaps we can learn more.
I'm not sure that's a good idea.
Okay, so we just got our first journal. '81, if you wanted to listen to it again. See, I'm wondering if we had come back and destroy these things, and that might get us to the grapple. As of right now, nothing so far. I'm sure there's backtracking. Okay, so let's check in with the flag. And rest. And check my notes. Okay, we're gonna go get a few more Pictos. We are gonna come back to this guy though.
Flares!
Survivors.
Leave and go left.
Hurry!
This will be useful.
This is Burning Shots Picto. I'm gonna assign it to Lune. Anything elemental I tend to assign to her. Burning Shots. 20% chance to burn on free aim shot. Okay. Now we're going to go back to the cave entrance and we're going to go along the edge, or ledge rather, on this side. And we're going to get another one.
Nice.
Dead Energy 2. I'm going to give this to Gustav. Now, Dead Energy 2. You get 3 AP points when you kill an enemy. So when you have, like, you're fighting multiples, if you shoot or otherwise kill, like, some of the lower leveled ones, you'll get 3 AP points every time you kill somebody. So it's nice to use on a minion and then turn around and use those AP points on a skill on, like, a higher level guy. It's a nice Pictos to have. Okay, back to the cave opening that led to the flag. And then we're going to go straight to the ledge and drop down and turn around. Color of Lumina. And I just got hit by an enemy. They get to go first. Oh, okay. I'll go first. So for them, these guys are resistant to shooting, but you can shoot their weak point, which for these guys is green and not blue. So if I were to shoot them again... Oh, in the past it said resist. Okay, fine. Apparently, that's... Okay, in the past it said resist, so I was pretty sure that was, like, resist. There, see? Resistant. So, except that it's not. Alright, just shoot it to get rid of its weak point, and then I wouldn't worry about it. Mark this one for fun. Got rid of the whole thing. They're not very powerful. They're just little small minion guys. And we just got another new weapon. This is for Luna. We're going to upgrade her primary weapon. This comes with additional upgrades. Once you get to, like, level, you can upgrade the item level, which I haven't done yet. I'm assuming it's done at camps, is what they've been saying, but I haven't hit a camp yet, so I don't know. But we'll do that. Okay, lighter room, and now... Okay, so the cave opening, just to get your bearings, the cave opening is that way. One of the Pictos was that way, and one of the Pictos was up there. It's now at the top, at the end of the bridge. We're gonna fight this guy. So now I have that dead shot. So I'm gonna use it by shooting the flying guy, which we don't attack or use skills on because they're flying. So 1, 2, 3, and you can see on the bottom where my AP count was, it went 3, 2, 1, 4, which is nice. 3, and we'll get rid of this one. Okay, straight up attack. Let's do it on the little guy.
A storm is coming.
Let's see. 2, 3, 4. Get rid of all her AP points, and then we'll just do an attack. And we'll see if that actually finishes. Almost, man. Look at that. Oh, it did finish him off. Nice. Okay. Okay, so the only reason we came over here was for this loot. Which is a chroma catalyst for upgrades. And then this connects underneath. Not close enough. There we go. Same sort of thing. Let's get rid of the flyer first with shots. And our AP is going to go from 1 back up to 4. Use them all. Attack. Got rid of that one. So we'll do the same here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll use the attack. Let's see if we get him. Oh, he has like 1 HP. And I missed it.
Let me flow.
There we go. Very close to leveling up. Alright, so we just mastered another Picto. You get my bearings here. Alright, under the bridge. Color of Lumina. And then over here, right where we fought that guy, is we're going to get some resin.
Something with this.
Now with this resin, we're going to go back.